Ladies and gentlemen, today we got a Platinum VOD review for you. We will be coaching a Doctor Strange gamer called Calm USA, right? So, with that being said, we're gonna get into a little bit of talking about the abilities, just so people who are newer have an idea, right, of how this is gonna go. And then if you already know the abilities, you can jump ahead with the time thing that I got right here, right? So, first of all, First of all, obviously, we know this first ability is going to be Shield's Stranger's Shield, right? It's going to be a big old shield. What's it called? It counts as a solid object, can block LOS. So, for example, if a Luna Snow wants to ult, if you stand between her and whatever she's ulting, that ult healing will not go through due to the fact that the center where Luna stands emits the healing. So, if you can block the line of sight from that center, if they are on one side and you are on the other, like I said, they will not be able to heal. Your cape, which is your updraft, right? That's going to be your fly ability. That ability will allow you to float up, and then lower yourself just high enough so where melee characters and things can't reach you, but you can shield and you can contest objectives. You can use it for mobility. You can use it to get surprising angles, and heck, you can even use it to fight flyers. You see a cheaper town hall running through the air, you can actually contest them, right? Your RB, right, is going to be your explosion. You want to use that in combination with your O. You want to use that when you are in around people, when you're around a lot of people, as well as you just want to use it for that burst damage, right? You want to make sure you're letting it charge up, doing some damage, right? You don't want to use it at low charge, because why not if you can use it at high charge, right? And your last ability is going to be your portal. Your portal can be used for counter portaling. Your portal can be used for mobility. Your portal can be used for pinch plays, things of that nature. But we're not going to go too in depth with that due to the fact that we are playing in Platinum. You were a Celestial previously, so we're going to coach you as such. But even though you were Celestial, your teammates, right, even at that rank, probably weren't that great, right? So I don't want to base our decisions purely off them. We want to see what they do. If they're smart enough, we do it. If they're not, they're not. And then your ult is going to be a big AoE stun, which obviously will stun people and it will separate their souls from their bodies, allowing you to do damage to both, which means AoE abilities like your explosion are going to do double damage, right? So make sure that anytime you want to ult, you have that ability up, and even if it's not at max charge, it just needs to be able to have some charge so that you can make sure you get that damage in, right? Without further ado, we're going to get into these gameplay. First things first, I really want to talk about routing, right? Because a lot of the times I don't. So with that being said, when I come out of spawn here, we have options. You are a solo tank. With that being said, your team should kind of go where you go, right? Unless, you do have a Mr. Fantastic, maybe he could walk up the stairs. So if you could treat him like a second tank. So Mr. Fantastic is going to walk up the stairs, right? And give your Shark some LOS, things like that. That's fine. So maybe you could have like Fantastic and Shark push top right. And then you could push main, especially because if they don't contest you and they contest top, you could just float up, right? So if Fantastic and a DPS push top right, if I'm you, I'm pushing main. If they don't, I want to take height. Why? Because I want to force out this space, right? I want to create space because you get all this. And if they're not contesting you, you get to their back line, right? You have all these angles you can play from, right? It's all going to be about whatever space your team isn't taking, you should probably be taking. Or if everybody just goes high ground, let the card push itself, and you can go high ground with them just to enable them to fight harder. But high ground is definitely going to be important space to fight for. That's cool. Luna no Snow is actually a good call out to make. But here we are. So right now, you heard him heal. So what I would have done is I would have popped shots into him. I wouldn't have let him get that overshield at all. Not sure if they're going to allow him to, but I would have just made sure he wasn't able to keep it. Hands are running out anyways. Goes to your back line. I think you're playing a little too overzealous in the sense of you're like really far in this corner here. I wouldn't even be where I'd just be hugging this corner, throwing shots. And if he hides, walk up, throw shots. But I'll try to play as close as I can to the cart. Not only so I'm close to my guy and I can give him shields, right? But as well as the carts can move faster, right? I just really would like to be in a position if I notice that I have a Hawkeye who wants to really just pop shots into their backline and just shield him and enable him. He's not going to break your shield. None of these characters are going to break your shield, right? So let him just take pop shots, right? They also don't have the burst to kill him, but yeah, I'm not a fan of wasting that. Good appeal. Nice. I definitely would have went in for a melee before I used my explosive ability, but you still got that pick, so that's all that matters. Here we are, forcing him out. Nice. Dude, huge. So one thing too that I really also want you to get into the habit of, and it's not that you made a mistake there, but it's a lot of times, like let's say like you were like next to him and you could have got behind him, and you see that his healers are there. I would rather you not attack him if that means you can shield behind him, not allow heals, and somebody else on your team get kills too. Obviously, that situation, I don't think you need to do that. You were perfectly fine. But just moving forward in other situations, always have that in the back of your mind. Like, hey, if I can't necessarily get the kill on my own, and if them healing him might allow him to live, I just want to block off the heals. Peel. You hear him? Make sure you get the melees in, yeah. Yeah, nice. Good job. Enemy team's coming back. Just play the corner here. I'd play right here. I'd play right here, and I would just shoot in melee, right? I want to play in that range where they have to like kind of deal with me, but I also can kind of just chill here and get heals. If you're playing back here, you're only hitting your left clicks, but up here you can hit primaries and your melee. It's just gonna allow you to really build your ult fast too, because you're already ahead of this guy. Why not get more ahead of this guy? Nice. Yeah, don't go in front of that. Nice. You're playing pretty well. Nice. This is cool. Okay, yeah, you here? Ooh. Nice. Kill. Alright, so we're looking at our team ults. We have Hawkeye ult and we have Shark ult. Right now what I would do is like they're already here. The fight's gonna happen at this corner. I would probably just help push the cart, I'm not gonna lie. Get the cart away from this area. Get it over here. Because right now it's like, what are we necessarily doing other than kind of like letting him trade you for ults, right? Like if the card is back there, and let's say by the time you use your ult, the card is here, now you win the fight, but by the time the card kind of gets to where it needs to be, they're kind of coming back already, especially if they have a TP, right? So what I would do is, you're already ahead in ult charge, right? So you know no matter what, you're going to get it first, so just chill. Just chill, right? You'll get it before him, but by playing here and just fighting it out, like let's say if you don't use your ult here, like you're letting him catch up in a sense. Especially since he has support behind him, so you can't fight as much as he can because, yeah. We're down to support. Right, you're not going to want to ult here because your teammates are dead. You're dead. Now he's at 80%. So he's just going to farm up so he can get his ult. Right, so this could be bad. So he definitely dies though. So you guys have that advantage. I'd portal you and your teammates back for sure. Is anybody else dead with you back here? No? I'd portal myself back in, though. I'd be selfish and get back as fast as I can. Yeah, I would have portaled myself in already. And you could have even used your portal to portal and like block off a doorway, so that not only do you get back faster than the other strange, right? Because you already were gonna get back. Well, no, he would have got back faster from walking because his spawn is closer. But you would have guaranteed you got back faster, and you would have blocked off this closer door, which means they have to go through here or they have to go around here, right? And also, you probably would have got fast enough to where like you could have maybe helped not allow this to happen. So now we know we don't have support ults. So if they pop any ults, we have nothing to defend it other than the Shark ult, but that's going to be a very hit or miss. But in my opinion, if I'm you, I'm willing to use my ult as a defensive ult to counteract an ult. Either counter aggress or just to stop something coming in. So we know they have magical, right? So it'll be kind of hard for you to hit her. But if you can time it, so where you get her right coming out of a portal or like in her windup, you can definitely get some value there. I know you're looking for an ult. I'm not a fan of that because she's just gonna dump you with her ult, which means that your ult's not gonna do nothing. You should at least. Right. So you get a pick. And you die for it, and then she just gets rest, right? So the second you updraft, right, what's her name? The Hela kind of knows what you're going to go for. Especially if you cancel that early, she knows that you can't block her. Like if you would have updrafted, you might have been able to block some of her ult shots, right? And then at the last second when you drop down, maybe you could have hit your ult still, right? So right there, I definitely would have, like, if you would have updraft there, I wouldn't have canceled it, just because the second you hear Hell Unleashed, you could have just blocked her ult, right? So you were just so hyper focused on getting that ult off that you missed this play opportunity. So right here, let's talk about it. So we're coming in, bang, bang, bang. Right, up draft. You hear Hell Unleashed, so don't cancel your thing. Block her ult. You still have some time. Maybe you can block a shot or two, right? And then you can drop down. Right now, like I said, you get a pick. Right, and then they get a pick. And the pick that you got rest. Granted, they had to use 2 ults, right? You know, 2 ults to beat out your ult. But it's a fight win for them, you know? So you're on controller, but your mechanics are pretty solid. I would say one thing that only complaint I have right now is just your portal usage. You really just don't use portals. And I think it's because you're trying to make sure your portal usages are good, right? But I would much rather you use portals than not be the best so that you can kind of get the idea of what's a good portal, what's not a good portal. So you just get that experience in the way. Another cool portal that I was thinking that maybe you could do is, like, let's say you die and you want to come back. Your team's coming back. You want to come back. You can low-key, like if their tank is like playing this corner, right? You can low-key put your portal behind them, facing towards them, like this, and then now it kind of counts as a shield, and it cuts their LOS from their team, right? So that one's probably a little bit harder to execute. But that's another cool idea you could do. Use it as like a way to cut line of sight. That's a free kill for you. Oh yeah, I must say I saw that TP coming. You gotta be ready for that. Shield him. Nice. So be mindful of him because he might still need your help. Shark goes in, boom. Oh, this is gonna suck. Yeah, so I would just say that she probably over chase. Without your team really being there. I would have just focused on the card game push and just shot from outside. You know, shot from outside the club. You got 2 minutes left. At this point, if you use your TP, you won't get it back. So I'd probably just hold on to it because you only have 1 guaranteed TP usage left. Okay, that's gonna suck. Right there, you ran away. I would just keep him in front of my Widow, right? Because let's think of this here. We'll go back and we'll watch it from the Widow's point of view. And that's the reason why I'm saying this, right? So we'll slow it down a little bit too. So Widow hears him above. Right, jumps up. Widow has a. Oh, she's coming up. Right, remember, Widow has a stun. Right, so she sees you on the stairs. Right, so and you see the Widow. You got to be aware. Right now, Widow has a kick. All Widow needs to do is hit a kick. Hits her kick. So just stay at the Widow because she's gonna guarantee. She should guarantee this kill. Oh, she gets it anyways, but yeah, I would have just stayed near her the whole time because I would have sped up the process of that kick getting off. Remember, you're down to support here. Okay, you got a kill. They got rest. Have your ult here. Honestly, if they're playing too close to that corner, updraft, block that. Hey, I think your support is healing, but you're down on the support again. Honestly, the only thing I can really talk about here is because your team keeps dying and staggering, and it's really hard to, like, oh, like what are we supposed to do if they're just gonna keep dying, right? And the real answer is reset. Like, okay, yeah, you knew she was in cloak form. Going for that ult was really ambitious. So if you notice that your team's dying, you kind of just need to give space and be like, hey guys, can we reset? We staggered twice in a row. This is just not working, right? And be that voice of the team and be that voice of reason and try to get them to listen. If they don't listen, not much you can do, right? But you got to try, right? Because what's happening is, like, your team, you lost Luna, your team's still poking, and then when Luna gets back, your Rocket's dead, right? And it's like, yeah, it's just no bueno. We got 2 kills. You can be aggro now. Go, just walk in. Just walk in. 4v6. 4v6. I don't know where you're. Oh, the guy got off rocket because you have a shark. But where was the shark the whole time? Yeah, you have both your healers. That's the issue. So now you have a single healer because this guy got off of the rocket when the shark's playing DPS shark. So now you gotta have that realization like, hey, I only have one healer because shark's not freaking healing me. Only got off a rocket, so we need to not take too much damage, right? Need to play really safe, really slow. So right here, even though we get 2 picks, just understand that they have 2 healers up still and we have 1. But I'm just like playing behind this cart here. I'm honestly gonna just play behind the cart, and it's because everything you're doing from in front of it, you can do from behind. And now you hear cheaper town hall. Like imagine you're just here, right? You go, oh, you have your Luna here. You just chill, right? And Luna just hard pockets you. You know, but by you flying in the air and everything, like, yeah, you're supposed to get away, but he can chase you, right? So it doesn't make no difference. As well as it makes her shots harder to hit. And if we go back and look at that from her point of view, right? Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, you know, she has to flick and hit those heals compared to if you just walk straight back in a line. Will she save you? I don't know. But, you know, you're just making her life a little bit harder. There you go. You're portaling. I like it. Oof, but you're in the open. Oh, you're so lucky. 15 seconds. Don't waste your whole shield, because now when you go in, you're not going to have it. Yeah, right there, I would have just... Yeah. Your mistake was using your shield there to block the damage. Just don't stand in front of the portal, because you need to have shield when you come through that portal. Now we're defending. I'm cool with you starting on low, because you can always go high. Your Venom should be high already. You see somebody going right side, you should have at least... Ugh. I'd get in there. Play closer. If you... So, okay. I mean, granted, do we know your Venom's up there? Like, if you know that guy's up there, you know he's gonna slam, I'd be ready to go in. Like, I'm just playing in a way where, like, I'm maybe throwing shots, but the second he dives in, I want to go in. And I want to just do as much damage as possible with him. Like, right here, if I know he's there, I'm gonna get really close to that corner. And I'm gonna be like, and he goes in, bam. Because right now, you could have, like, imagine you were, like, right here, right? He goes in, you walk in, you shoot, melee, explode. You know? Play off of his aggression. Because right now, you're not really doing any damage. You're missing too many shots. You're too far away. Now, he backed out, so you can't be in here anymore. Ella shot past y'all and hit your support because she's not being pressured enough. So right there, I would say that y'all are just playing on 2 different pages. Venom wants to take an early aggressive play. You're a little too far back. You're low. You need to just back up. Like, yeah, you're down to support. Only have a single support, and you know how that guy's been playing. And then you just don't back up after you lose your main support. So, right there, the big thing I would say is just... Also, another thing, too, on this map, you should always... In my opinion, you might as well just do it, right? You have a portal, right? You have a portal, and they have 1, 2. They can only come out from 2 doors. So you can technically portal and stall out, like, what is it, 12? The portal's like 12 seconds, right? You can stall for like 12 seconds. And yeah, you're not going to have portal to get back, right? But that just buys you more time, and it makes them have to play more, not more rush, but they just have to know that 11 seconds of their time is going to get wasted. Because yeah, you're porting and you're getting back faster, but your team's kind of just losing the fight slowly anyways. So like, you're going to come back. You saw somebody else. You saw somebody else. So you just portal back for no reason. Then you just have to go through it. He's like, nah, we're not done. But you see how, like, your portal ended up getting wasted anyways, so, like, why not just use it in the beginning? Alright, we're coming back now. Alright. Low-key, Mr. Bouncy Man can combo his ult with your ult because of the double damage. So now you're down to support again. So right now, this is the same thing as every single time. You're down to support. Just let your team know, hey guys, can we back up? Just play safe. We're down to support. We have a single heal, right? Like, you still got time to come out and contest. You don't got to do it right away. You gotta trade. Oh, honestly, oh man, I think I ult here. Do you have okay? So this is the reason why I ult. If my cloak's gonna ult and I know he's gonna be low to the ground, the reason I ult here is because you can actually cancel his ult with your ult, right? You could have hit probably like 3 here. Yeah, I mean, even though it's blocked, like he can't, when he's in that ult, he can't bubble, he can't shield. Like, that's a good opportunity for you to hit Agamotto. You probably would have hit 3 there. Let's go back and kind of like see if like what the moment exactly is. Like, if I'm you, let's see, like, I'm here, us against the world, right? Fear in the eye. Right now, I'm popping it right now because he has to come towards me because of her. In the eye of Agamotto. Boom! Right? 1, 2. You hit 2 at least, maybe 3. By the eye of Agamotto. Good fight. I like this. I like that. I like that chase down. I want to play up here though. There's a little pillar here, and you can control kind of both sides. Your team should be there to help you though. So yeah, since your team is playing like a bunch of weenies, you can't hold it, so you can probably just hold the high ground. But like in a perfect world, your team's playing the high ground, and you can play here, and you can just chuck shots. And if you need to get out, you get out. They're playing like wieners. I mean, they were appealing for something, I guess. You're fine here. Go back up. Help your team. Forget the Magneto. We don't care about him. Yes, nice. We gotta think about who's the actual threat. Magneto ain't doing nothing. Oh, almost. Well, I'm pretty sure your shield slows you down, right? So also remember that, like, against freaking Iron Fist, like, he's gonna hit you through your shield anyways. So, like, don't even, like, use your shield to block if he's your only threat. Just get out. Because your shield, like I said, your shield's gonna slow you down and make it even easier for him to keep on you. Yeah, you're cooked. Such a sucky match because of you have one healer. Which goes to prove that it's not impossible, but it's like I feel like you're also not playing as if you only have one. To have that mentality. All right, so you might low-key need the portal to get back. Oh, your team's holding it down. They have ults. Oh, you saw something at the right side of your screen, man. I saw it. In 3, 2, 1, a pick's gonna happen. Oh, she's up, and that's gonna be a distraction. Oh, why'd you stop floating?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Huh? The DPS. Oh no, you could have got a double kill on the right side. Hella. No, not this string. Target prio, brother. You could have blocked off his heals. You could have body blocked and eliminated him. Like, look, like your streams got nerfed to dirt. Homie's not, like, it's not that he's not killing nothing, but like you have a bigger threat. So first off, let's go back here. We need to talk about this too, right? So you're about to have ult, right? Boom, boom. She's dead, right? In the eye of, you see that she's here. You know the rocket's here. Boom. you hit both, no? Yeah. This is a they're stacked. It's a double kill. You chose 1/2 right here. Shoot, melee, boom, 2 kills, right? And yeah, he's still alive. That's 2 for 1. Look at that. So that's already first mistake. And then mistake number 2 is right here, right? Strange is chasing him, right? He pops big form. He's low-key fine. Like, what do you need to block? The Strange or the Hella, right? Strange gets past you, cool. Block Hella. Hella's the one that can 2-tap him, basically. This guy, no, he'll be fine. Keep your shield up. Keep your shield up. You let him die. And right there, you kind of LOS your support. Like that orb was bad by her. Yeah, you only being on cart is fine. You could have been on cart, and then when you needed to go, you could have backed up instead of going around cart and making her job a lot harder. Team is getting pushed back. So yeah, you know what time it is, chat. It's note time. Note time. All right, so today the notes that we got 4 of them, special occasion, are going to be for number 1, more ports, right? Don't fear being creative and doing dumb portals. The strength in that ability really comes down from its versatility, from just mobility to using it as a shield to blocking off spawns, things like that. Like I said, on defense, the first thing you could have did was blocked off spawn. Could have bought your team 12 seconds instead of using that portal to retake into a fight that was already lost. You know what I'm saying? So it's like things like that. Whereas like instead of you being dead for 12 seconds, coming back and wasting it, you could have blocked off spawn and saved yourself 12 seconds, right? Would it have made a big difference? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's a game of seconds, game of inches, right? You could use it for, for ult plays, things like that. You just gotta be versatile, and if you're not willing to do it in ranked, do it in casual, and just get really good at using the portal. People that play Strange and aren't amazing at portals, why are you playing the character? Strange is a good ult. Strange has, if not the strongest, one of the strongest abilities in the game. The rest of Strange's kit is pretty mid. It's pretty freaking mid. So if you're going to play the character, your portals and your ults gotta be on lock, man. You gotta be really good at that, because if not, there's just better stuff to play. Mag's going to be easier to play. It's less creativity, more just doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, if you want to play the Strange, man, you gotta think outside the box. Number 2 is going to be target prio. Make sure we are not only shooting at the right things, but we're shielding the right things and at the right times. If we want to go back to the game, for example, it's like that time where you hit that big old hit 3, but instead of getting the double, you went for a single. That has to do with the shooting aspect, or like when you popped your updraft and then the Hella ults. Like obviously you need to block her ult, right? Because she pops her ult after your updraft, which is a soft counter to it, right? You can eat like 2 shots, 3 shots maybe, and even if you can only eat 2 and it runs out and you fall back down, those 2 shots you ate enable your team to get around the corner, to live, things like that. Compared to you updraft, she pops it, you cancel it, and then you drop down an ult. Whether you didn't want to block it or you just were so tunnel vision on doing what you were doing that you dropped, right? So yeah. Number 3 is gonna be a voice, right? Call plays, call resets, possible swaps. Use your voice to increase your chance of success, right? Like, people aren't always going to listen to you, right? But if you can be like, hey, like, I have this ult, can we do this? Hey, we're down to support, can we reset? Let's not keep staggering. Hey, this comp isn't working. Are we able to make some possible changes so we can better deal with what we're dealing with? Like I said, people aren't going to always say yes. People aren't going to always listen. But you'll never know if you don't use your mouth. I didn't hear comms, so I don't know. But with that being said, right, like make sure we're using your voice for the chance that they will listen. If they don't, cool, you tried. But you always want to try. And number 4 is going to be synergy. Play off of your team. You cannot force people to play the way you want them to. This kind of piggybacks off of Be a Voice. If you tell them to do things and they listen, cool. But most of the time, they probably won't, right? So instead of trying to force them to play like you, play like them, right? If you got a Venom who wants to be hyper aggressive, play in positions to follow up. If your team wants to play super passive, play around them, right? Protect them, enable their play style, right? Because at the end of the day, it's better to do a bad play as a team than a good play by yourself. Because at the end of the day, it's a team game, man. It's a team game. You can't just flat out carry games by yourself. At the end of the day, you need your team to support you. You need to support your team. And with that being said, that's going to be the end of this VOD review. For those of you who enjoyed and who took time out of their day to watch the video, I very much appreciate you. I love doing this, and I love helping y'all, and I love just spreading knowledge, right? If you or anybody else you know wants to have a chance at getting free coaching, all you got to do is use the link down in my description, right? And there you'll be able to join my Discord and submit a VOD review request. I do it at a first come, first serve basis primarily, but I will hop around depending on if there's a certain VOD that I haven't done or one that I need to get to character-wise, right? Or rank-wise. With that out the way, I hope you guys have a great morning, afternoon, night, wherever you may be. God bless. Like I said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys and girls in the next one. Take care.